So I think we'll start with the real positives. It's the back-to-back wins. You know, it's 1 defeat in 8 now for the team. What's it like to be in both sides of the camp when you've got that mentality at the moment?
It's brilliant being around a football club at any time when you're winning games and you're performing well and you're having good individual performances. So that feel of a football club, whichever side of the fence you're on, is such a invigorating place to be when you're winning football matches and as I say, good performances. Everyone's really bright, bubbly, chipper. It's a fantastic place to be. Obviously, being on both sides, if you like, I see the hard work that goes into everything that pulls together on a match day, if you like, from the coaching side of things, which gives it that added real satisfaction when you know how hard everybody's working, how desperate everybody is to win football matches, and the attention to detail that people go to, the manager goes to, or the coaching staff go to try and highlight areas that we can impact the game. So yeah, there's a real sense of huge satisfaction with every victory, with every good performance, and then on top of that, individual performances and individual improvements, you take a real satisfaction in.
You mentioned their individual improvements, the likes of Emmanuel Osadebe, Sam Perry, Tom Leake. You know, they've really come to the forefront of everything now, haven't they? With improved performances week on week.
Yeah, I think you can the list probably extends to that. I think you could add, in terms of impact, James Clark's impact since he's come back from injury. I think he's been monumental and a real captain of the football club, a real leader within the dressing room, and somebody who has without question had a big impact on the team since coming back from his injury. We missed him. And then you go down the list again, Liam Kinsella goes about his business day in, day out. He's an incredible professional and somebody who you just love having within your squad and within your dressing room. Doesn't give the manager or the coaching staff any issues. He just goes about his work and does it very, very, very well, and he's become an extremely important and an extremely effective footballer for this football club, and he should be lauded for the positive impacts he's had this season. And then going back onto them lads, Sam Perry, I've said to the manager, and I've heard him saying in a press article just talking about the way that Sam Perry goes about his business makes my job so much easier. I was thinking about it in the last few days. I liken it a little bit to the impact Ben Godfrey had when I played with him, in that he made it so I didn't have to defend as much. You don't defend as many balls with somebody like Ben or somebody like Sam in your team. Different players, of course, but the impact that both have had, I liken it to that. Kind of just knit it all together, as I say, make you defend less balls than you have to, and on a team that is a hugely significant positive to have. Not least then you open up his passing ability or his composure on the football and his decision making, his positioning, all of those things. But for me, back there, I see the real positives in that he's mopping up a hell of a lot in front of me. So, and then you go on to the creative side of Emmanuel Osadebe, who he's somebody who throughout this whole season we've been desperate to see having the impact he's now having, because it's all there. Everything that you're seeing now, it's all there, it's been there, and we just want to see more and more and more of it, because he's a fantastic talent, and he's somebody who, if he wants to, he could go from strength to strength to strength, because it's all there.
Somebody who might not get many plaudits, or the aspect of the side that may not get many plaudits, is the fact that we defend from the front. You know, the likes of Josh Gordon, Keelan Lavery, Derek Osayor when he comes on. You know, they really do the dirty side of the game up front as well, because it's all about defending from the front. You know?
Yeah, it sure is. Any good team, any successful team will always have that mentality of defending from the front. It certainly isn't a back four or back five, or as I say, with Sam Perry in front. It's not the job of them to be the sole defenders of the football team, and you're right to mention our centre forwards, and then you'd probably you'd go back another level and talk about the impact of Osadebe again, running 12k every game, and anybody who's within football knows that to repeat that, and then the high speed that he does, the high speed that Liam Kinsella does, exactly the same with Tyreek Wright and Rory Holden. You get as many of them players on your football pitch, Josh Gordon, Keelan Lavery, you give yourself a real opportunity to be to overwork the opposition you're playing against, and to be a real force out of possession, which in this league, in the leagues above, being one of the best out of possession teams is a real positive and a real benefit of the football club. So if we can maintain that, if we can continue that, that's the chairman there. He's obviously didn't agree with some of that, so chairman wanted to no. If we can maintain that, if we can continue being the best out of possession team in the division, how we see it, then that gives you a good starting point.
And there's been plenty of heart and desire, and that's exactly what this team's about. They've really turned their bad luck into a little bit of good luck now. That team has really come through a bad spell together, haven't they?
Yeah, for sure. Any and every team will have periods and spells of when you need to dig in, and real emotional and mental type periods of that are hard. They're hard to come through, but when you do come through the other side of them, firstly the release, but secondly the way you've stretched your own mentality can only then improve for the future. That's how I see it anyway. As I've said to you before, I've been in the game a long time and had runs of positivity and had runs of negativity, and the negative ones you really start to see the psychologies and the whites between the eyes of the players that you're working with, and I believe, and I'm sure the manager believes, that we've got some real good men who want to work for this football club and want to improve, and you start to see people, as we've said, like Sam Perry emerge from the front of it, Tom Leake emerge from the younger group, who start saying, you know what, it's my turn now, it's my turn to push things forward, and I'm the one who's coming through, and you're starting to see that.
And what are you expecting from this weekend's opponents in Colchester?
Well, I'd expect they'll be fighting for their life. They're a football team who'd be absolutely desperate to pick a result up. They'll be absolutely desperate for their manager, who has had a couple of games now, and he'll be absolutely desperate to get that win, to help push them up the table, or to help them secure a little bit of breathing space between themselves and the bottom flight team. So they'll be absolutely fighting for their lives. So we have to match that. As a starting point, we have to match that intensity and that desire if we want to get anything from the football match. So match that first, and then hopefully you see the creative side of the players that we have, like we saw on Tuesday night, and your Rory Old and your Tariq Wright, your creative players coming to the forefront, and then hopefully securing us a win. But first and foremost, we have to match the intensity that they'll bring.
And it's a chance to win 3 games on the bounce for the first time since December, before Christmas. That's a real opportunity for this team.
It's a chance to win the next football match, is how I would always say it. Whatever's gone before has gone before, and it's great to be in a good vein of form, definitely, and don't knock that gift horse when it's in the mouth. So great to be in a positive spin of results, but also it's the next football match. So that will, when you're out on that pitch, those 3 in a spin or whatever, they paint into insignificance, if you like. We talk about that afterwards and hope that it's benign. It would be 1 defeat in 9, or it would be 7 unbeaten, or anything like that. But when you're out on that football pitch, it's all about winning that next game, winning that battle, winning that tackle, winning that header, and then hopefully we look at it at the end of it and it's a positive result.